What is up, awesome people, and welcome back to my Pokemon Yellow walkthrough. In the last episode, we made a big trek through Rock Tunnel. It was actually shorter than I thought it was thanks to the repels, but it was still a pretty hard trek given that I was trying to raise my Magnemite to level 30, which we successfully achieved. It's now a Magneton. So yes, my Magnemite did evolve into a Magneton in the last episode. So in this episode, we are going to make our way to Lavender Town and do a few things there. Probably conquer the Lavender Tower while we're there too. Alright, so while we're here, I'm feeling a bit faint from this tough hike. Oh, it's a trainer! So much for thinking it was for like your friendly neighborhood lass, but I guess not. Anyways, we're gonna start the episode off with a bang with a junior trainer female that wants to fight. Well, I wasn't exactly ready for this, but here we go. Out comes Magneton as paralyzed and a Pidgeotto level 21. Well, since I'm already badly beaten down from Rock Tunnel, this will be pretty interesting. So Whirlwind fails there, and Thundershock's going to do the one-shotter there, taking out the Pidgey, 247 experience there for Magneton, and Pidgeotto comes out at level 21. Quick attack coming my way, which is going to do bugger all thanks to my nice base defense at least. Pidgeotto should go down, thank you. That's 69, actually I don't have 69 special anymore. Alright, so I'm not up to it. 420 Pokédollars winning that battle. Anyways, before I was rudely interrupted, let's go question of the day because I completely blanked on the last episode about doing it. Alright, so question of the day is, what is the best nickname you have given your Pokemon? Leave your answers in the comment section below. And as per usual, if you want to take a guess on what my next official Pokemon will be, leave that in the comment section as well. Right, so continue on with my adventure. We do have a Max Ether hiding in that tree there, so let's pick that up because that'll be very handy. And this will be a trainer most likely. Hi kid, want to see my Pokemon? Creeper alert! Anyways, we have another Pokemaniac at 2 Pokemon, leading with a freaking Cubone at level 20. Oh, bollocks, even with my nice defense, I'm not going to be liking a Bone Club, so let's swap out into my Sandslash, who's also badly paralyzed, and let's take that Growl. Well, I guess it beats a Bone Club. Another Growl? It's pretty sad when a Cubone outspeeds you. Alright, so Slash should be one-shotting this Cubone, which it does. Cubone goes down, 183 experience there for Sandslash and Magneton. And his last Pokemon is a Slowpoke at level 20. So let's swap out and go back into my Magneton, who will take a Confusion really well, which it does go for, which is nice. Easily predicted. And I don't know why I went for Supersonic. I could have swore I hit Thundershock, but apparently I didn't. Alright, let's try this again. Round 2, Thundershock, one shot should be the story, and that is how she wrote it. Alright, 210 experience there for Magneton and Sandslash, and that's Pokemaniac defeated! 1,000 Pokédollars winning that Pokemon battle. Alright, I want to actually get to Lavender Town. Alright, so here we are at the infamous Lavender Town. So far, we've yet to have the Lavender Town music, so I had the bicycle music up. It's alright, people. I shall not put the bicycle music back on, so you guys can hear the full-blown music of Lavender Town. Alright, so thank you, your Pokemon are fighting fit. I really don't want to see you again anytime soon. Alright. However, I do want to take a quick gander to the west side of this path, just in case there was another trainer, which there was. Awesome, I can have one more trainer battle before I do a few things in Lavender Town. Alright, so we got another hiker, most likely Geodude or Onix. Onix straight off the bat there with level 19, sorry. And then he said 20. Alright, so here comes the Sonic Booms. Just don't give me a bind because you're going to drive me insane. I had enough of that last episode. Oh, for Pete's sakes! I said no bind. And what do? You bind me. Grrr! You didn't bind my anger though. Have this Slash, even though it may not kill. Yeah, it didn't kill. That's nice to know. Right, so Screech will lower my defense by -2, and Scratch should kill, regardless of its defense. Alright, so that goes down. 219 experience from Magneton and Sandslash. And his last Pokemon is a bloody Graveler. I'll stay with Sandslash. Just finish this off and that'll be the Hiker defeated. 2-hit KO there with the Slash attack. Defense curl, raising Graveler's defense by +1. And that'll be the Graveler down to the critical hit, even though it's not very effective. 544 experience there for Sandslash. Alright, that cleared my head. And you definitely didn't help me with my bind issues, but that's right. Alrighty, so I guess the first thing I'm going to do is have a look around. Lavender Volunteer Pokemon House, so that's going to have Mr. Fuji in it. One of these houses will have not you. This one. Alright. Hello, I am the official name rater. Want me to rate the nicknames of your Pokemon? Yes, please. Alrighty, so I mentioned... Jesus, how long ago was it? A couple of episodes ago, I don't exactly remember how long ago it was, I was going to rename my Magneton because I didn't exactly like it. So because I was doing a post-production narration, meaning I would record a whole bunch of episodes, then release them to the public, meaning I had to ask this question on Twitter. So I asked on Twitter, which nickname would you give a Magneton? I had a lot of responses of a lot of really good ones too. However, it came down to a nickname that I should have thought of off the top of my head, and I didn't, and I failed, and I am really bad, and I feel really dreadful for not getting this nickname. So, the nickname I will be giving my Magneton will be no other than Duracell, which was suggested by @BillyBallistics. Congratulations, your nickname will be the nickname for my Magneton. And as I said, I should have thought of this because, ironically, I had a Duracell battery sitting on my desk, which really did show how completely off I was that day when it came to nicknames, and how much I suck at nicknames. I think that's how you spell Duracell. But yes, Magneton is now named Duracell. That's a much fitting nickname than Trio. So Duracell, welcome to the family. You're now officially part of my Pokemon team. Alright, so that's one Pokemon down for my official team, 5 more to go. Ironically though, or coincidentally, they're all together, meaning I can catch like 2 of them in one route and 2 of them in the other route, and the other one I actually get given to me. That should be a bit of a hint as to who is going on this team. Anyways, let's head back to the Pokemon Center. I really don't know why I'm healing my Pokemon again. I'm doing it for the sake of healing, I suppose. So, let's heal up my pokes, as I said, for the sake of healing up, and actually, let's take on Lavender Tower if I can. If not, well, we're heading on to Celadon City, I suppose, which is actually heading towards my next 2 Pokemon. Actually, that sounds very tempting. Should I Actually, I'm going to do that. Instead, I'm going to head back towards Celadon City, and let's get heading towards catching my next 2 official Pokemon. Alright, so this is going to be interesting. Oh, bollocks! I was kind of hoping to get past at least one of them. Alright, so again, as per usual, I'm going to try and sneak past these trainers without having to activate a few of them. So I got at least some training fodder left. Anyways, Clefairy from the Lasso, I do believe, at level 22 is her lead. So let's go Duracell Thundershock. And that's going to do nearly 3/4 damage there to the Clefairy. Pound Attack's going to unfortunately critical hit there my Magneton. That is not going to matter. That will not dull my spirits. 319 experience there for Magneton. I do believe her last Pokemon was Clefairy, if I'm not mistaken. Level 22 again. So there is the about half damage there to the Clefairy. A double slap coming my way, she's going to do about 3 damage each. Oh, 2 hits, nice! It's always that moment where I don't want 5 hits to pop up that I always get them and I die. 319 experience there for Magneton. Alright, so that is the last defeated. Don't be mean to my Clefairy. 330 Pokédolls winning that battle. Ah, the wondrous moments having cut on my party. I can bypass these trainers. And I can also bypass this grass. Alright, so that's going to be awesome. I can get past all those trainers. Can't go that way, unfortunately. So it's just skipped a whole bunch of trainers, which is really good there. And I can skip him. Ow, I can't even get in the door. That says an awful lot. What have we got here? The department store in Celadon has a great selection. And no examples. That's awesome. Alright. Alright, so we can just skedaddle all the way to Celadon City and actually make our way to the cycling road. That's awesome. Really awesome. I heard a sleepy Pokemon appeared near Celadon City. Well, indeed it did. Alright, so we're sped out just east of Celadon City, so I might come back here later on and catch a few Pokemon, who knows. Anyways, we're in Celadon City. Awesome sauce! So, I don't really need to heal my Pokemon, so let's skip that for now. In Celadon City, we can always go for our Eevee. We do have the Pokemon Game Corner, as well as the department store, which is awesome. I've got a lot of variety of items to buy there. However, I actually have no business in Celadon City at this point in time. So let's continue on. And let's head to this tree. Paris, do your stuff. Hack away that tree. Alright, so dodge the there's a bloody Snorlax there, which means I need the Pokeflute to get any further. Rats me! Alright, well, I can't actually go for the Pokemon I actually wanted to go for. How'd you get in? Good effort. Oh, okay. That's all I get is a congratulatory speech for cutting my way in. Oh, I forgot about the bloody Snorlax that blocks the way. Oh, you found my secret retreat. Please don't tell anyone I'm here. I'll make it up to you with this. So we get HMO2, which is Fly. Unfortunately, I need bloody Lavender Tower before I can get any further, because there's actually 2 Pokemon I need in the cycling road, and I can't get to them. Bollocks! Bloody hell, Snorlax. Why do you have to be there? I forgot there's 2 Snorlax in this game. 2 bloody Snorlax, and one had to be where I needed to be. Well, I guess we're walking back to Lavender Town. That was a major disappointment. Other than that, I really, as I said, I've got no business in Celadon City at this point in time. Though I guess the plus side was we did walk out with cuts. I guess that's a good thing. Well, I may as well conquer Lavender Tower for now, and then we'll come back and do our business. So, let's get out our bicycle again, just to speed things up. Do 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 do. So yes, we have to face Lavender Town. I know that's such dreadful news, that music. It's the last thing you guys want to hear. So, we can't delay it anymore. Where's my Paris? Cut! Hack away the tree and moving on. Alright. The time has come. Lavender Tower. I shall face you. Actually, I have a better idea, because from what I can remember, Lavender Tower was a bit of a trek. Alright, so I'm actually going to leave Lavender Tower for next episode. So I know that was a bit of a... I don't even know what you call this episode. I guess you can call kind of a filler episode. So next time, we shall take on the Lavender Tower and level up my Magneton a little bit higher. So, until then, this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!